So this is a soap that Noelle has wanted me to try for a while because she thinks it'll be wonderful. And first what we're going to do here is we're going to mix up the lye like always. You put the water in the milk and then put the lye in, and don't forget your gloves like I just almost did. I have to say I'm really enjoying this experimentation. This is an unscented soap because Noelle's really sensitive to the essential oils and the fragrance oils. She can only do some of them and she prefers just unscented bars altogether. Alright, so now I'm gonna set it aside to cool, and we're gonna do the oils now, and we're gonna have to put those on the stove to melt the hard oils like the palm oil. I like to try and get it all out of the jars because quite a bit stays in the jars when you're doing these small batches. One of the things I'm doing differently with this batch is I'm using the stick blender instead of the stand mixer, because I've been doing some research on it, and apparently if I get all of my ingredients at the proper proportions and use a stick blender, I don't have to mix it for an hour. I can mix it for like 2 minutes. That's part of R&D, right? It's learning, research and development. And I've also never mixed the arrowroot powder directly into the oils like this, but I've seen some other soapers do it this way, and I figured I'd try. Normally I put it in a trace. I'm also mixing it with the thermometer because I'm trying to get my my oils and my lye at about the same temperature. I've been mixing these relatively low temperature, around 100 to 112 degrees. And I totally forgot to strain the lye, but luckily there wasn't any lye crystals. Surprisingly enough, this actually did come to a real trace within a couple of minutes. And it's pretty much the same mix as a couple of the other ones that I was doing. And those had to mix a lot longer. I'm not sure if it's the palm kernel oil that's helping it come to trace faster, or if it's finally getting the super fats at like the perfect place, or what. I kind of think it has to do with the palm kernel oil myself. A lot of people use coconut oil, and from what I've seen with the coconut oil, it's about the same as the palm kernel as far as like the feel and how it mixes up and how fast it traces. I was worried at first that this was a false trace, but it turned out to be a real one. I made 2 batches today, both with different ingredients, but both had the palm kernel oil in there, and they both trace just like this, so I thought it was fascinating. So now I'm just trying to get the air pockets out, because when it traces this well, a lot of times you'll have air in the bottom. And see, it did warm up after I put it in the mold. You can see it's kind of going into a gel phase there, but it didn't volcano or anything. And here's your nerdy soap stats. Like and subscribe.